California, the Rose Bowl. We got BYU Cougars, Barrier Shore Dune Riders. I don't think I need to waste any more time. We're just going to hop right into the gameplay. Let's see if we have a spot in the national championship. We're 79 across the board. They're 86, but we took down Big Bad Miami, who was a 94, and number 2 Louisville. They're an 82, and that's not a great way to start, as we lose our starting left guard. Gain of 6, though. Marbell. It's going to make it a friendly 3rd and 3. You know, it's a bruised shoulder, but I also see it as we're one game away from going to a national title. All hands on deck. Not ideal. Okay. Maybe Tanner Applewhite got a little bit excited, but BYU, man, they're no slouch. This Cobbler's going to be their only gain of 2 there, as our defensive line is not that big. But, hey man, sometimes it's not about the weight, it's about the heart. Oh, Sam, you were right there. As let's see how it goes. 3rd and 4. All impact wide receivers. Arthur King was right there. As Tavon Hull, excuse me, the sophomore quarterback for BYU, with the incompletion there. As Alex Felice is going to go up the middle. He's going to get the first. Big play from the redshirt sophomore. No, junior, excuse me, gain of 18. As we await UCLA and Georgia. One of those teams, if we win, we're heading to Miami. Back to Miami. As it's going to be 2nd and 4. Brown is going to get the first and then some. We did not have the best running game at first last time. So it's good to see that, maybe Wesley and company is trying to establish the running game first. As going to be 2nd and 6. Oscar Luna, the very talented freshman wide receiver who I have big expectations for next year. Applewhite's going to throw it up to Finoco, who's going to go and get it. Gain of 29 for the senior. 1st and 10, Applewhite. Tries to throw it, but hits a man in the back, making it 2nd and 10. No Channing Lockwood either. He's not hurt. As Brown's going to make something out of nothing of 3 there. It is 3rd and 7. I would like to score a touchdown, but a field goal is not a bad option. But you know what? We're just going to do one-on-one coverage, senior to senior, for the touchdown. Going to be 2nd and 15 after a sack, and that was a great play by Applewhite. Just throwing it up to his power forward of a tight end and just said, hey, let you cook. Great open field tackle, only allowing 4. Because they got some stars. They got 3 impact wide receivers, impact quarterback, tight end. They got some dogs on this team. Brownlee, oh, it's going to be close, but we're going to hold them off. And is BYU? No, yeah, they're actually going to punt. Okay. Wiggins. The seniors not going to get a lot. Start off. Another possession. Morgan Brown. Going to get good blocking and then some. 5 for 8, 73 yards, and a touchdown for Applewhite. As Brown's just going to get barely back to the line of scrimmage. As 2nd and 10, Marble is in the backfield. Katula can't hang on. as it's going to be 3rd and 10 now. Marbell is in the backfield. Boy, to Marbell. Marbell! God, I wish he was quicker, but down to the 28, and oh no. Our other starting guard is down. So we're down to our backup left and right guard. But Morgan Brown says, you know what? I'm still going to run the ball good. But contusion. I'm going to say right now, we're going to replace him with the young tackle, Brian Davis. It's Brown. He's going to cut back inside, gets the first and down to the 14. So far, it's been all Barrier Shore. Score may not say it, but yardage, we're dominating as we're going to get 9 there. Malik Katua's first catch as well. As Applewhite hands off to Brown. Brown gonna get the first. 8 carries, 38 yards. As Applewhite is gonna hand off to Brown. Brown's gonna get stuffed. Gain of nothing there. As Brown's gonna try to go again. This time he's gonna punch it in, giving us a 2-score lead. Start of the second quarter here. BYU in Barrier Shore territory now. In the back, a couple of guys there. Shout out Felix Bulger. We sent the pressure came. We did our thing. 2nd and 17 for Tut and the Cougars. Another wild stint. Bullock and Cobbler in the backfield. What a dynamic duo. As now it is 3rd and 24. Arthur King was there in pressure. Keegan Winston there in coverage. Defense did their part. Now what can the offense do? Applewhite. Play action to Finoco. Finoco getting the first and then some. He's got already 68 yards here in the first half. He's a monster, man. All right. 1st and 10 looks like an audible. As Mulligan in motion. Mulligan's actually going to lose 2. Shout out Zahavian Bryant there on the open field tackle. It's going to be 3rd and 12. Not ideal, but, 3rd and 12. To Katula, hangs on. Rips off 2 defenders, but can't completely go down. Gain of 26 for the Dune Riders. As Applewhite, he's feeling it, man. Applewhite to Mulligan. Goes up and gets it for the touchdown. 32 yards, potentially the dagger, but there's still a lot of time. Another 3 and out. Applewhite Katula. He's going to get about 6 there. As Applewhite, he's in the zone, man. Marbell making it friendly. So, regardless of what happens this year, it's the greatest year in school history. Obviously, the greatest year in this series so far. Katula, he's going to get the first and then some. And then on top of that, we might be bringing in the best class in school history. So, like, the job's not even done yet. Finoco can't quite get it. Tula again. Oh, that was too much of a meatball. BYU is going to take advantage of it. Not UCLA. BYU will score. as it's not as far fetched as it is. Now, granted, the pick did really help them a lot. But other than that, the defense has been lights out. Mulligan's gonna fight. But you gotta respect it a little bit. Because it is gonna be 3rd and 2. We do not get the ball to start the second half. Oh, 2nd and 4 in the red zone area, I would say. Well, I'm not going to take any timeouts. They are more than welcome to take timeouts. I'm not wasting my timeouts for them. As it's going to be the Cobbler with the sack. Let's go. Huge play. Come on. He makes it. All right. 21-10 opening drive of the second half. 3rd and 5 for the Cougars. And it's going to be a play action. And hey, shout out Ronnie Jones, man. Bring it out. Now, how will the Dune Riders respond? Applewhite's going to give it to Mulligan. Mulligan's going to get good yardage of 9. Georgia is up by a score near the end of the first half there. This is going to be 2nd and 1. The jet touch pass to Catula. Catula's going to get a little bit more than the first. But I like it. Applewhite. Dumps it to Finoco, who can't hang on. Only 46 yards rushing, but also it seems like they're preparing for the run, which I don't. Our running backs aren't that good. I feel like they should, Finoco's going to get the first to the 32. For me personally, I would make us run where Applewhite's too good. Do you really want to just have him pick apart? I say as soon as I say that, I throw a pick, but pick apart your defense. They went down and they scored. I was just trying to, be like, oh, let's sim. They like 2 or 3 plays into the sim, they hit like a 51-yard run. So a lot closer of a game because of me. So you're welcome. Anyways, 2nd and 7 is gonna make it 3rd and 5, and Lockwood's down again. Pivotal, pivotal point. To Finoco, who's gonna get the first and then some. 19 to 30, 258, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. The Applewhite experience this year, as especially in the playoffs, the run game has not been good, and now Lockwood is gone with a bruised sternum. So that sucks. But Morgan Brown says, you know what? I'm a good running back. You're just not going to have the home run hitter like a Tajay Porter right now. But you know what Morgan Brown says? I can. Oh, dog. He was down. There was no way. No way. You're wondering why we have one timeout. I accidentally clicked the timeout button. When I was in the menu, tried to challenge, hit the timeout. Challenge. Lost the challenge. So, we're all fucked up here. Pardon my French, but Applewhite's going to throw it to Mulligan. Mulligan. We also don't have Morgan Brown in the game anymore. He hurt his hip on that hurdle. The Feliz, Navidad with the first down. Marbell's gonna get 3. It's been an ugly game, but you know what? It is what it is. Noko, he's racking up his receptions that it's going to be hard for anyone to top in their career. As it's going to be first and 10. If White's just going to take off, he's going to get about 9 there. Say what you want. He's a baller. We're going to miss him next year. Marbell with the huge run. Cutting back inside. And oh no, Preston Brooks is now down. So we're down to our third string left guard. And White to Harper. And oh my God. Yeesh. All right. You're back in. Nate Hart, our bigger bullies, and actually going to lose one. Third and 11. If we have to, I will kick 6, but I don't want to. The penalty is on BYU. We got bailed out. We got bailed out. I'll tell you that. Maybe this could be like the Louisville game where we got bailed out pretty good. And Felice is going to get to the 6. Maybe this is where we make them pay. Nate Hart, the big back, running it in to the end zone. Little bit further in the fourth, BYU has been driving. First and 10 from Barrier Shore's 35. All day ballage. Third sack of the day. Now he's not a true edge rusher per se. He is him and I'm kind of and like Cobbler and those guys as well. They are very much just linebackers, but Ranger was there. Oh no. What an extra effort. And yeah, BYU, man. 153 left. Do we really want to trust Hart to carry a majority of this? No, but we had to anyways because I'm not. We could throw the ball, but I'm also very nervous to throw the ball. It's going to be second and 10. Marbell. Marbell's going to make it friendly. Very pivotal. Kind of Johnny Mulligan's for being third. You know, receiving yards this year as critical. Third and 3. Petula can't hang on. Minute 27. Shout out our punter for doing the touchback. They have one timeout. We have one timeout. That's there. Cutting's going to push him out. Okay. It's not terrible. I don't know why it still says the halftime score of it should be further than that, but whatever. Third and 6 now. All right. As come on. Ooh, I'm not the biggest fan of that, but okay. Minute under a minute left now. First and 10 from the 41. Oh, okay. That stops the clock. That was huge. As we're only going to have 3 guys rush all day to throw. I mean, I don't want to let you take that, but I'm going to let you take that. what a big play. Oh, they had two guys get hurt. I don't want to go man, but 4th and 3 for the ball game. What are they going to do? They're going to run it, and they're going to get some and then more. Down to the 29. Oof. Oh boy. Spike the clock, 2nd and 10. As all day, Arthur King. Oh no. Ooh, Granger. That could have been maybe targeting on the young fella, but it's not. Why is King not rushing? Oh, Keegan. Oh, baby. All right. They got 17 seconds for the ball game. Granger gets there, but they don't have a lot of time left. 8 seconds, 6 seconds. They're going to spike it with 6 seconds left. They need a touchdown to win, obviously. 4, 3, 2. No way. The jump ball. Wow. And the magical season has come to an end. BYU walks down and gets the win. Heartbreaking fashion for the Dune Riders. We pulled the upset over Miami, the upset over Louisville, but BYU says your Cinderella run, it's hit midnight. Checking out the stats today, Tanner Applewhite in his final game threw 324, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, 12 rushes, 53 yards, none crazy receiving. Finoco did everything he could. Mulligan did his, but in the end, it was costly. The defense, 3 sacks from Bulge, Cobbler, no picks, and in the end, BYU wins. As the Georgia Bulldogs have won again. So in this series, in the 5 years, they've won 3 out of the 5 national championships, whooping BYU 45-20. And now here comes the interesting part. Our backup quarterback might want to leave. So now Vernon Mills, the only other guy to throw a pass in that room, is gone. Tyler Paul, the senior that we had, gone. Graduating. So many guys. So many guys. Larry Finoco, an absolute legend. The Charlotte, North Carolina native, finished his career pretty strong. He was not the best overall, but he was a great, great ball player. We're going to miss him, the 3-time Mackey Award winner. And for the first time in a long time, Tanner Applewhite was a great replacement for 2 years. Really lit it up his final few years. Maybe did a little bit too much his senior year, but in the end, he ended with a great collegiate career. Hopefully, he makes it to the NFL. The next episode will be the offseason. A new quarterback will be under center. Who will it be? Find out. And how will we cope with the loss against BYU? Hope you've enjoyed this episode as much as I have and this series. And until next time, y'all have a good one.